Stop. Look at what is in your hand. That weed you just pulled out of your garden. The one you threw in the bin without thinking. That weed right there has more omega-3 than salmon, more antioxidants than blueberries, more iron than spinach, and more healing power than half the supplements sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. And every single year, billions of dollars are spent making sure you never find that. Not billions on research, not billions on medicine, billions on making sure you keep calling it a weed. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at your garden the same way again. Now, before I tell you the name of this plant, I want you to think about something for a second. Why do you think weed killers exist? The obvious answer is to clean up your garden, to keep things tidy. But here's a question nobody asks. Who decides what is a weed and what is a plant? Who decided that this specific plant, this incredibly nutritious, incredibly powerful plant, should be called a weed? Because weeds do not have an industry behind them. Weeds do not have lobbyists. Weeds cannot be put in a bottle and sold for $40. So who benefits from you believing that this plant is worthless? That question, right there, is the heart of everything we talk about on this. Comment below right now and tell me, do you have weeds growing in your garden or yard right now? Just type yes, because I think you already have this plant and you do not know it yet. Let me take you back 2,000 years, to the markets of ancient Persia, to the kitchens of ancient Greece, to the villages of North Africa and the Mediterranean coast. In every one of these places, there was a plant that people ate every single day. Not as medicine, not as a supplement, as food, as normal, everyday food. It was in salads, it was in soups, it was cooked with eggs, it was mixed with olive oil and garlic and eaten as a side dish. Mahatma Gandhi, one of the most famous figures in human history, wrote about this. He called it one of his favorite foods. He ate it regularly throughout his life. In Turkey, it is still eaten today in a traditional dish called semizotu. In Greece, it has been part of the national diet for thousands of years. In Mexico and Central America, indigenous communities have been eating it wild from their fields for generations. In China, it has been used in traditional medicine for over 2,000 years for infections, inflammation, and digestive problems. 4 continents, dozens of cultures, thousands of years, all eating the same plant, all knowing its value. Then came modern agriculture and modern weed killer, and suddenly, this plant that fed civilizations became something to be sprayed, pulled up, and thrown away. And the moment people stopped eating it, the supplement industry started selling them expensive capsules to replace the exact nutrients they had just thrown in the bin. That is not coincidence. That is business. The plant I'm talking about is called purslane. Say it out loud. P-U-R-S-L-A-N-E, purslane. It is a small, thick-leaved, succulent-looking plant. It grows low to the ground. It has tiny yellow flowers. It grows in gardens, between pavements, in empty lots, on roadsides, in fields. It grows almost everywhere on Earth, and it is one of the most nutritionally dense plants ever tested by scientists. Let me give you the numbers, because they are shocking. Purslane contains more omega-3 fatty acids than any other plant on the same omega-3 that people spend $30 a month buying fish oil capsules to get. It contains alpha-linolenic acid, a type of omega-3 that your heart, brain, and joints need every single day. It contains vitamins A, C, and E, 3 of the most important antioxidants for fighting cell damage and slowing age. It contains magnesium, calcium, potassium, and iron, all in significant amounts. It contains melatonin, the natural sleep hormone, more melatonin than almost any other food on, which is why people who eat purslane regularly often report sleeping deeply and waking up feeling rested. And it contains something called beta-alanine pigments, the same powerful antioxidants found in beetroot that fight inflammation deep in the body. Scientists at the University of Texas tested purslane in the 1990s. They were shocked by what they found. The lead researcher said, and I am summarizing here, that this is one of the most nutritious plants he had ever studied. That it contained nutrients most people were spending significant money to get from supplements. And it was growing as a weed in the garden outside his laboratory. $1, or more accurately, completely free. Growing wild. Right outside your door. Now I want you to do something. Pick up your phone or go to your kitchen right now. Look at the supplements you are taking. Omega-3 fish oil. How much does that cost you per month? Magnesium supplement. How much? Vitamin C. How much? Iron tablets. How much? Add it up. For most people over 45, that number is between $50 and $150 every single month for nutrients that are sitting for free in a weed in your garden. Now here's the part that should make you really angry. The global omega-3 supplement market alone, just omega-3, nothing else, is worth over $50 billion. $50 billion from one nutrient. That purslane contains more than any other plant on it. And how much money has been spent educating you about purslane? Zero. How many times has your doctor mentioned purslane? Zero. How many supplement companies have put purslane on their shelves and said, hey, take this instead. It is cheaper and more natural. Almost none. Because the moment you start eating purslane, you stop buying their supplements. And that $50 billion industry starts to shrink. Now you understand why it is called a weed. Okay, so how do you actually use this plant? Good news. Purslane is one of the easiest plants to use because you can eat it raw. No special preparation. No long brewing process. Let me give you 4 simple methods. Method 1. Raw purslane salad. This is the most traditional way and gives you the maximum nutrients. Pick fresh purslane leaves. Wash them very well. Add olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and a little garlic. That is it. That is the Greek and Turkish dish that people have been eating for 3,000 years. Mild taste, slightly lemony, very easy to eat. Method 2. Add it to your meals. Purslane wilts quickly when cooked, so add it at the very end. Stir it into scrambled eggs. Add it to soup just before serving. Mix it into rice the moment the heat is. This is how it was eaten across the Middle East for centuries. Method 3. Purslane smoothie. Take a handful of fresh purslane leaves. Blend with banana, a little honey, and water or milk. The banana and honey cover the slight tartness. You get all the omega-3, all the antioxidants, and the melatonin that will help you sleep that night. Method 4. Dried purslane capsule. If you cannot find fresh purslane near you, purslane extract capsules are available online and in health shops. 2 capsules per day, morning and evening, gives you a consistent daily dose. This is the easiest option for people in colder climates where purslane does not grow wild. Now, how to find wild purslane. It grows best in warm weather, spring and summer. Look for it in garden soil, between paving stones, on the edges of vegetable patches. It is low-growing, close to the ground. Small, thick oval leaves. Sometimes reddish stems. Tiny yellow flowers. One very important one. Only eat purslane from areas you are absolutely sure have not been sprayed with chemicals or weed kill. Not from roadsides. Not from areas near factories or heavy traffic. Clean garden soil or wild fields only. And do not confuse it with spurge, a similar-looking plant that has a white milky sap and is toxic. Purslane has no milky sap. The stem is clear when broken. If you see white sap, put it down. That is not purslane. Always be 100% sure before eating any wild plant. I want to ask you one honest question. How much money are you spending every month on supplements and vitamins? Go to the comments right now and tell me. Type 0 to $50 if you spend under $50 a month on supplements. Type $50 to $150 if you spend between $50 and $150. Type $150 plus if you spend more than that every single. And type trying purslane this week if you are going to go out and find this plant after watching, because I genuinely want to know how much money this channel is saving people. Not because of me, because of plants, because of nature, because of knowledge that was always there, that was just hidden from us. Share this video today with someone you know who is spending too much money on supplements they might not need, because that person deserves to know what is growing wild and free right outside there. Here's what I want you to remember. The most powerful things in nature are not the most expensive. They are not in the fanciest bottles. They do not have celebrity faces on their labels. They grow quietly, in gardens, between pavements, on roadsides. They've been growing there for thousands of years, waiting for you to stop walking past them. Purslane was food for Gandhi, for ancient Greeks, for generations of people who lived long, strong, healthy lives without a single supplement bottle in them. And today, it is still there, growing wild and free, waiting for you to pick it up. Subscribe to Forbidden Herbs. Turn on the bell, because in the next video, I am going to show you a plant that has been proven to kill antibiotic-resistant bacteria, the exact bacteria that hospitals are now losing the fight against, and it grows wild in almost every garden in the world. That video could save someone's life. I will see you there. Take care of yourself. Nature has never stopped taking care of you.